first game, that kind of the first rematch that you guys have had that kind of holds this sort of fight, given the way the last matchup against Boston went. Did that have any role in the preparation this week, and how do you think your team responded to it?
I mean, we prepare for every game slightly different based on the opponent, but 90% of the work that we do is on us, and continuing to improve our style of play. And I thought for large periods of the game we really dominated, but when that doesn't result in scoring goals, you leave a team like that in a game and they score a goal in transition. I think in the first half they were in our box maybe 2 or 3 times, and 2 of those were big opportunities, whereas we're in their box 17, 18 times and we're not putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's frustrating to create that much, but the positive of that is when we stick to what we do well and we keep it simple and don't get tired of doing the small things, we're successful. So look, at this point, it's August, we have to start to turn the screw if we really want to make a push to be in the place that we want to. That's 2 games in a row where we walk away looking at the game thinking we should have taken more points. So it's frustrating, but we have to have a short memory because Wednesday's coming quickly.
Janine, you mentioned a lot of opportunities in the box, really dangerous attempts by Melissa Kalfler, one by Ioroka. How much of the lack of goals tonight or lack of conversion do you liken to Sun needing to finish better, or Casey Murphy kind of standing on her head tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due for saves made, but we were in positions that we absolutely need to score tonight. And so I know, there's a lot of people on our team that are going to go away and watch this game and be frustrated, myself included, and I think that's just being a winner and being a competitor. You can't leave opportunities on the table in this league. It's far too close from team to team. So, yeah, I mean, look, we need to score more goals. You can't shy away from the reality of that. But, I'm proud of the response. Granted, we feel like we dropped 2 points.
Janine, that makes it 7 goals for you, 2 assists on the season. Obviously, heard from the spot as well. If you could just talk about your season so far, what that means for you individually and for the team as well.
It means a lot to me that the team has faith that I'll put the ball in the back of the net when we draw penalties. You don't get penalties when people aren't trying to create in the box. And I thought Tosh and Lindsay both made an incredible run on my cross. And when you do those kinds of things, you put defenders in a tough position. So, I'm glad that I'm contributing in that way, but selfishly, I would rather win than score a goal. So, I think I'm happy with the season I'm having. I think this is the most consistent season I've had, but at the end of the day, I'd trade it all in to be, up in the top 4. So we'll keep working.
Janine, on the goal they scored, you don't get a lot of goals like that. Where would you say the breakdown was on that sequence?
I mean, when a goalkeeper with that kind of range gets the ball in her hands, you just got to get in her face. You got to make it tough for her to get the ball off. And the margins are small in this league. You switch off for a couple of seconds. That's from front to back. Our front players need to get in front of the ball and switch on. And as a back line, we need to know that the threat is there from a delivery perspective and a pace perspective. So it's a frustrating goal to give up, considering how much we limited them from a opportunity perspective. But the only thing you can do is go away from these games. Like I said, have a short memory and learn from that. And I can guarantee you that same goal won't be scored on us again.
I believe you're one of 3 players in the league to be 3 for 3 from the spot so far this season. Can you talk about your relationship with penalty kicks over your career and the season?
Yeah, I haven't had an amazing relationship with penalty kicks across my career. I missed one at the 2019 World Cup that eventually, I won't say knocked us out of the World Cup, but would have brought the game, we were down 1-0, would have brought the game to a tie, and the goalkeeper made a save. And kind of ever since then, I was like, I need to find redemption in some realm. But penalties for me are, I wouldn't say free goals, but an incredible opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. So it's a process, it's a routine, it's doing it consistently every day. I take penalties after training, and it's just one of those things that I'm really confident about right now, and I feel really grateful that the team trusts me in that position.
One more for Janine. What's the message in the locker room on this short week before Wednesday's game?
Next moment mentality, next game mentality. These games this week and in September, the 3-game weeks come fast, and we need to focus on recovery and learning the lessons we're going to take from this game, but also understanding that we have a confident North Carolina coming to play us at home, and Look, we need to make this place a fortress. We need to make it really, really difficult for teams to come play us here. And that's, I think, what the message will be on Wednesday is take care of yourself, rest, recover, do whatever you need to put in another performance. And I think when I sleep tonight and get up tomorrow, hopefully I can see all of the really good moments from tonight and take those into Wednesday.
Janine just spoke about kind of a next moment mentality for you guys with the short game week. If you could just speak about that, the message in the locker room after tonight.
We have a game in 3 days, so we have to recover, put our best foot forward, I suppose.
Nick, you seem nonplussed with the result. You want to talk about the game and how it went?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to come here and be negative towards the players because my players have pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed to get the win, right? I think it's actually a record, 38 times in their box, same as the Portland game. I'm just used to winning, and what I like about winning is that the mentality when you're on top is you kill. And that's why the teams that are up the top, I'm used to having a team that's up the top. And that's why I take it personally, that we have another game where we dominate the game. I don't know if I said this last week, but I reflect and evaluate the game based on chances and opportunities. It's evolved since I've been Denver Summit coach now. So for 15 years, I've looked at the game on chances and opportunities. We now look at it on chances, opportunities, and moments. And all those moments are those times when we should create an opportunity or a chance. I'm certain we'll have many, many moments again tonight. And I thought the attitude and the application in the last half an hour to go and chase the game and to push was good. 2 points dropped again.
Coach, what are you learning about yourself in this period where you're not used to being in this position where you're not winning every game?
No, listen, I've been through such a journey in my career that I was really lucky at Manchester City that my team won every week, and we very rarely lost. Then I went to New York and I was the assistant coach, and the first year we were horrible. Then the next year we won the championship. I made head coach, and the next year as I was interim head coach, and I won Campeones Cup, which was the Liga MX and MLS competition. And then 23, I lost every week and missed playoffs. But we didn't get in the box then, and I learned so much then around how to attack and how you open teams up and how you have a threat in the game. And that sort of led me to here to being content with the attacking threat that we've got. And at the end, you have to open the game up, right? So my mindset is always, how do we attack more? How do we attack more? You see, I took a 6 off and put a winger on. And that means that they get some counter-attacks the other way. And I'm comfortable there. I'm comfortable. I'm okay to gamble, trying to win, and maybe lose. And I think back then I would have took a point and thought, just don't lose. My mentality is aggressive, go win. Find a way all the time and do my job to the best of my ability. What am I learning about myself now? Is that I'm not content mid-table. This is not me.
Coach, when you say opportunities that moments that should have been opportunities, you're referring to big stretches of possession when you get in the attacking third, but don't actually get it.
I'll give you an example. A chance and an opportunity has to have a shot at the end of it. So if the ball goes in the box but there's no shot or no header, no chance on the goal from us, it doesn't count. On 93 minutes, we cross the ball into the box. It's right in the middle of the goal, 4 yards out. Nobody on the end of it, no number 9 across the front. Nobody trying to have the desire to get in and go win the game for Denver Summit. 3 seconds later, we defend the corner. Come on. It's not the trait of a winning team. When the ball goes in the box, they kill the number 9s. They're off to the corner flag there to score the winner at Centennial for the second time. And unfortunately, we didn't get that.
One more, Nick.
Melissa gets back in the starting lineup. Just she's active tonight. Maybe a little bit unlucky not to score. Just what have you made of her training in the last few weeks and her performance tonight?
MK's pushing hard. She's training really well. Her and Liv are really competing for the number 9 shirt. Liv went in and had 3 games. MK's gone in today. We'll look at the the recovery of the players, see who's where, and we'll look at not just the number 9, but right across the team to put a team out. It gives me confidence, right? We're in another game where we compete against an NWSL team where we should win. So we'll roll to North Carolina and make sure that we pick a team that can go and put the same performance in. And we said after Houston, and we did it in Portland. We've got to go again and reset and go again.